Yo, what is up guys? My name is TylaDubya and today I'm here to talk about the benefits of being in an a cappella group as a beatboxer.
Now I'm here.
TylaDubya Beatbox channel.
So for those of you who didn't know, I was actually in an a cappella group for 4 years while I was in college. It was called Symphonics A Cappella and it was probably the best part of my college career, and I grew exponentially as a beatboxer because of it. And because I got 4 years of experience, I'm like an expert, so I'm going to be breaking this down to a nice 6-video series where this is going to be video 1 where I talk about the benefits of being a beatboxer in an a cappella group. I'm an expert. I'm going to go ahead and preface right now, this is based on my experience in my a cappella group. It may be totally different for you and none of this may be applicable to you, but I figured, just kind of spew out my knowledge. So after reflecting on, like 4 years of experience, I came up with about like 5 major benefits that I got. Now the first benefit I'm really going to be talking about, to me, is probably like the most important one. The biggest thing that I got out of this is going to be the fact that I got a lot of performance experience. Now assuming your group isn't like a closet group that just performs in the closet or in the shower, and you actually go out and do gigs and performances and competitions, you are going to be on stage a lot. And if you don't have any prior experience, that's going to be great for you. So if you're a shy person, never really been on stage before, and you're a little nervous to do so, you don't really gotta worry, because you're gonna have an entire group with you, which is gonna give you plenty of time to get comfortable on stage, and eventually you'll be able to do it on your own. Like for me, before I joined the a cappella group, I actually had a little bit of performing experience. I had a few gigs here and there, but once I joined the group, I performed a hell of a lot more than I ever would by myself, and it got me really comfortable on stage and got me prepared to do battles and solo performances. But like my experience might be different than you guys, because my group utilized me a lot. Like I was doing transitions between songs, I was using sounds outside the basic drum kit, and I was doing our intermission performances, so I was on stage a lot and performing. So if your group isn't utilizing you like that, make them. And because performing is so prevalent in today's beatboxing battle culture and just being on stage and engaging an audience, this is seriously probably the most crucial thing to get out of being in an a cappella group. Now the second benefit that I got from it was like an increased concept of musicality, but like I really hate that word musicality, so I'm just gonna say your increased understanding of music, knowledge of music, and underlying concepts of it. The fact I hate the word musicality is a whole discussion for a whole nother video / podcast. But not here. Like you're literally surrounded by musicians like 24/7 at practices and performances. Like I had 18 people in my group. It was a rather large group, so I was surrounded by singers and musicians who also played many other instruments, and I also learned about a lot of that stuff. So just being surrounded by musicians really does help you out. And along with that, you're working with arrangements. Now although as a beatboxer you're probably not going to be on the arrangement itself, but you still are going to be listening to all the other parts and sight reading and figuring out how your beatboxing is going to blend with everybody, which is a really important thing and really just help you understand music. Not only are you learning how to blend, you're also going to be learning more about structure and dynamics overall. I know for me that was like a very crucial thing that I learned, was really just how to structure, a beat for the a cappella group, but also, that just gives you an understanding of how to structure something externally on your own, and then dynamics, which is crucial, and building certain points of the song that you need to get louder and quieter, which creates the overall feel of the routine or anything that you're doing. And by developing beats, structuring them out, making sure they blend with the group and working on dynamics, you're doing something more than just beatboxing. You're contributing to the group and the overall musical composition. Now for me, the most important things that I got from my a cappella group experience in terms of musicality was structure and dynamics. It really gave me a good understanding of how to structure my own beats and routines to sound more like a song or a musical composition. And that's it for musicality. The third major benefit of beatboxing in an a cappella group is definitely going to be that you get a better sense of rhythm and flow. Now this is mainly because you are the underlying beat, you are the rhythm section. Whether you are the conductor or not, everybody is going to be listening to you, so therefore you have to be on point. Like if you are ever off, it's gonna be heard and then everybody else is gonna get off, so you have to make sure that you practice up a big time. Which in the end means a lot of metronome practice, and just in general when you're with the group and you're practicing the arrangements, it's typically gonna have a click track or something, so you're always gonna be hearing the rhythm, hearing the beat, and just practicing with the metronome all the time. And even in some instances, you might be the conductor. Like with my group, sometimes we didn't use the conductor and we just listened to me and went along with the overall rhythm of everything and the flow and the tempo. And so it was really up to me as the beatboxer to make sure the tempo was on point and everything stayed intact. Like on a real note, for me overall as a beatboxer, it really benefited me hearing a click track all the time. It gave me my first metronome experience for the most part, really grinding it out and doing a lot of metronome practicing. And I need to be doing that more in my current beatboxing life, but back then, my 4 years, that was really beneficial to me. So the fourth benefit really isn't like, a musical benefit, but it's like you really do get a really strong group of friends for the most part, assuming that you guys like mesh and everything, and you actually like each other, because that doesn't always work out. But if you do, you get a great group of friends. I met my girlfriend girlfriend who's currently sitting back there looking at me right now. But, you know, I met my girlfriend. You know, I'm gonna marry that girl one day. So it was really great for that. And not even just that, you do get a lot of strong musical connections and artists that you can collaborate with and work with. Like, I still work with people from my acapella group. You know, if you don't remember Ali Crimes, video here, we've done a couple, you know, song covers together. We're gonna keep doing more in the future. And there are other people still from the group that I want to work with. And my girlfriend, who I'm always gonna be working with too, who was in the group. So yeah, you get a strong group of friends, musical connections. That fifth and final benefit is definitely going to be getting a lot of mic practice. Now, whether you know how to actually hold the mic properly or not, you're still going to potentially get a lot of time on stage with the microphone performing in front of an audience, and therefore you're going to have to learn how to use the mic properly to, you know, project your sounds and make them sound the best that they can and blend with the group. Now, I say if you knew mic technique, because throughout my experience, I saw a lot of beatboxers on stage in acapella groups who did not know how to hold the mic. I saw some hold it down here, some hold it out here like this. It's just really tough when you don't know how to use it, but regardless, they're still getting on mic practice. What I'm trying to say is there's going to be a mic technique tutorial to come. It's not, you know, it's in the works right now, but, you know, get excited for that. Like, to expand on that a little more, kind of, you know, to go along with the whole mic technique thing, I also learned what sounds work properly on mic with the acapella group. There were certain sounds and certain arrangements that just did not come through on mic properly. Like, if I did lip rolls, it'd be too bassy and it would drown out other things. And it really came down to a lot of EQing things too. So I did learn a lot about when we sound checked and how to make sure that the microphones were leveled properly. So there was just a lot of experience that I gained from being on mic, and I do think that that would really help you guys as well. So basically, right now, if you're in your hometown or you're in college and you have the opportunity to join an acapella group, I think you should consider doing it because you really will benefit from it. I know I did. Like, you can definitely increase your stage presence, your musicality, your mic technique. You'll get some group of friends. Hopefully, if you're a nice person, you'll get some musical connections, and overall, you'll increase your rhythm and flow. So you should definitely do it. And if you made it to the end of the video, you should definitely consider subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing. And you also can support me through things like Patreon. You know, down below, there's also Amazon affiliate links for equipment. If you want some awesome, amazing equipment like I use, you can totally purchase through those links and I get a little bit of a cut. I also have an album. If you didn't know that, go ahead and check out the links down below for that album. I also do live streams weekly, definitely hitting that up more because I need some new equipment. I'm only putting money into beatboxing that I make out of beatboxing, so you can hit up the live streams and donate through there. And have a fantastic day. I severed the strings from the puppet to cut them down. Now I'm